It was more than just a house fire. It was a fatal one. 86-year-old William de Rothschild found dead inside of his home. Brian Lindsay has lived in Lookout Mountain for roughly 25 years.
It's a colorful place with a lot of colorful people, and Will was sort of classic Laurel Canyon, wonderful guy.
Brian and others say William was known in Laurel Canyon and known in Los Angeles for a specific passion.
His thing was cars. He was an expert on vintage race cars, and he would show me some of his vintage race cars, and he knew so much about them. He had a vintage race car that had belonged to Frank Sinatra, and another one that had belonged to Michael Jordan.
What happened, Colleen, we still don't know, but one member of the LAFD tells me tonight that William was found at the front door.
Rothschild is described by neighbors as an eccentric millionaire or even billionaire with multiple properties and dozens of some of the most expensive cars on earth. But on a street lined with multi-million-dollar homes and mansions occupied by celebrities and the powerful, Rothschild was said to have lived as a bit of a recluse in a small, old, rickety home in conditions described as that of a hoarder, something the fire department seemed to tactfully confirm tonight.
What a difficult firefight this is, because this is a descending hillside home in an area where there is a lot of vegetation.
The smoke rising from the heart of Laurel Canyon tonight, where hillside homes are clustered together. News Chopper 4 flying overhead knew what possibly could happen, and so did those who live on Lookout Mountain Avenue.
We know to be on the alert. When I heard there was a structure fire, I texted my girlfriend and said, we had a structure fire, be ready.
Grim discovery in the burned remains of a home in the Hollywood Hills turns a house fire into a possible crime scene. The fire reported at the hillside home just before 5 o'clock, and then once firefighters had the flames under control, they discovered the body of a man in the rubble.
KTLA's Carlos Saucedo live at the scene with the latest. Carlos. Yeah, well, neighbors clearly upset over this tragic loss. They had the mayor's crisis response team out here earlier consoling some of the residents who live on this block. Take a look here. A man in his 80s was found dead inside his home following a fire. And tonight it's unclear what caused the fire, but firefighters worked tirelessly to contain the fire to that single home.
News Chopper 4 flying over the fire just before 5 o'clock this evening. And now the LA Fire Department says it took them about a half an hour to put out the fire. The home is a 2-story home, and we still have not confirmed yet who the victim is or the cause of the fire. No one else injured.
The home goes up in flames in the Hollywood Hills, and just minutes ago, fire crews did reveal that they found someone dead inside. Assignment Editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Mike, they made this discovery after putting the fire out.
Yeah, you know, Pat, they do what's called a primary and secondary search of the home. And when they did that, unfortunately, they did find a person that was dead inside. It's unclear exactly what caused their death, if it was the fire or some other situation. But this is just off Lookout Mountain Avenue, south of Mulholland, west of Laurel Canyon, where fire crews responded to this home. They got there, put the fire out. It did spread to a little bit of brush, which was what we were concerned about. And you actually see a light right there. That's from one of the fire department helicopters that was in the area monitoring the situation in case it did get further. This is from a wildfire camera in the area, too. You can see the heavy smoke that was pouring from that home. And unfortunately, as you said, Pat, one person is determined to be dead inside of that home. We're working on to get more information if that was a homeowner.